Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, Cheyenne, Lucas,
Good evening.
Matthews, Elinade, Marcelo Elosman, M.L. Moreira, Laiane. Very good. Let's go. So welcome everybody for the meeting at 7. I'm gonna ask you if you have the chance, please open your camera. I would appreciate a lot this, okay? So we're gonna have something different tonight, okay? So this is not going to be as you are used to. You're gonna understand why. So I'm just changing some things in here. It's 7 p.m. We are at Brasilia local time. Let's just wait more people to come, and I know they are coming. So if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to have your listening skills developed, if you want to learn vocabulary, this is the meeting to be part of. I'm Philip. Nice to meet you all. I don't know if there's one here for the first time. Marcelo, I don't know you yet. First time? Yeah, you're muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Are you listening to me now?
Yes.
Okay, this is my first time.
Welcome aboard. Where are you from?
I'm from Maringá, Paraná.
Really good, really good. So, yeah, Marcos, I think you're close to Maringá, right? Or are you in Maringá?
I was born very close to there.
Very good,
So,
very good. We have people from all over the place, from everywhere in Brazil and other places. So really good, really good. Well, we're gonna have a different, let me check. Claudia, I know you already. Laiane as well. Elida, Lucas, Cheyenne. M.L. Moreira. What's your name again? Marcos, Marcio. What's your...
Marcelo?
No, not Marcelo. The other guy.
Okay.
What's your name?
Hey, my name is Mario Lúcio.
Mario Lúcio. Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay.
And we have Wesley, we have Velosman, Jackie. Hello.
Hi.
First time?
It's my first time in the 7 p.m., but I participate in the other days, in your other times.
Very good, very good. So here's the thing. We're gonna talk about the real thing. What's the real thing? Well, we're gonna find out together, okay? Just waiting more people to come. And I'm gonna ask, is there anyone here who wants to present yourself, present somehow to practice your presentation? Anyone here? Marcelo, do you wanna present yourself?
It's up to you. I can do it. What would you
Please.
like to know about me?
I don't know, man. I know nothing about you. So
Okay. I'm 40 years old. I work as a bank manager, and I'm married. I have a kid. Her name is Melissa, and my wife's name is Thaisi. And what else? I was born here in Maringá, and I love to practice English. And that's my first time in here. And I hope to get in touch with you guys.
how did you find the group?
I was I was surfing the net casually, and I saw something about this course, and I clicked, and I read a little bit about it. I got interested, and then I tried to join the class. And this is my first time here.
Very good. So you're going to understand. It's going to be a little different from the others, okay? Because we are going to learn vocabulary, and we are going to learn how to listen properly in English, okay? Very good. So here's the thing. You're not going to have, all of you, you're not going to have chance to present yourself today because we have a lot of work to do. I'm posting the instructions in the chat. You're going to have, oh, there are more people joining, just a second. You are going to have this text here that I'm going to show you. You're gonna have this one here. Do the real thing. So what did I post it in the chat? I'm gonna post it again. So you're going to read and listen to the entire text first. And this text, it lasts almost 10 minutes, 8 minutes and something. Okay, we have up to here. But you have, in here, you have the option to listen to the article. Okay, so you're going to read and listen at the same time. Yeah, so someone has already gone. So how do you do that? I'm going to split you in small rooms. And I need one volunteer in this group to be the leader. The leader is going to share the link and share the sound. Okay, so how do you do that? It's pretty simple. When you are in the small room, you're gonna click on the green button, new share, the green button. When you click, you're gonna see a lot of things. You need to choose the text in here. So first you click on the link, then you come back to Zoom, you click to share, and you need to activate, you need to enable the option share sound on the left bottom of the screen. Então, para ficar o mais claro possível, vocês precisam de um líder dentro da sala. A gente vai ter duas salas, tá? Menores, em que eu não vou estar lá. Nessa sala menor, uma pessoa vai compartilhar esse texto e vai acionar o botãozinho do share sound para todo mundo poder ouvir junto, okay? And you are going to do the following. While you read and listen, I was going to say read and listen, but yeah. While you read and listen, you're going to check the new vocabulary. I need this new vocabulary checked. You need to write down the new vocabulary because by the end of the meeting, you are going to bring this vocabulary to me. Okay? So, vocês vão anotar o vocabulário novo. O que der para anotar. Whatever vocabulary you think it's important to you, you're going to write down. After that, after you read and listen all together, you are going to answer four questions only. What is the real thing the author is mentioning? Why the real thing matters and what does that mean? Which strategy the author is talking about and why it's so obvious? And 4, which rule for doing the real thing you believe most and why? You're going, in your group, you're going to answer together. You're going to bring an answer together. Então, vocês vão trazer a resposta, vocês vão desenvolver em conjunto, diferente dos outros TNTs. So different from the others, you're going to develop the answer together. I'm going to get you back at 7:40 p.m. so we can discuss the answers. 7:40 p.m. you are going back to the main room. Então, às 7h40 eu trago vocês de volta para essa sala principal, em que a gente vai discutir as respostas. Okay? So you're going to prepare, you're going to have 30 minutes to prepare this until 7:40. So you have 4 questions to answer. Okay? Do you have any questions? Alguém tem alguma pergunta? Is it clear?
No.
No questions?
No questions.
Very good. So let me put this straight. We are going to have 4 rooms. Okay. 4 rooms. One of them is going to be here with me in the main room. So let me change this one. Okay, one of the rooms, you're going to be with 3 people. So Elida, Marcos, Prado, and Wesley Medeiros. You're going to be together, just 3 of you. And the others, I'm going to change this a little bit. Okay. All right. So, okay. So choose a leader and go straight to the text. Então, vocês vão para o texto, compartilhem. Se estiver no celular, talvez fique um pouco difícil. Choose someone that is using the computer. Remember to click on the left, I think that's the left for the screen, the left bottom of the screen when you share to enable share sound. Você precisa ativar a opção compartilhar o áudio. Quando você clica no botão verde, todo mundo vai estar com essa opção habilitada. Você vai clicar share sound para as pessoas poderem ouvir. Okay? When you share sound, remember, you're going to be here, and then you're going to click in here.
Some trick or shortcut.
Okay, so you need to click in here in order to play. Yes, Marcos.
We have to read all the text or just
All the
a
text.
part?
All the text.
Okay.
You're going to read and listen together. Vocês vão ouvir e ler ao mesmo tempo. And get notes on the new vocabulary. Okay? Let's do it. Any questions? No? Everybody's okay? Right. So I'm getting one room to be with me. The others, please stay safe, respect each other. You're going to answer together. 7:40, you're going to the main room. Okay? There's someone else coming, Luis. I'm going to put Luis in the room with Elida, Marcos, and Wesley. So explain to Luis how it's going to work. All right? See you. Have fun. Okay. So if you're here listening, it means that we are together in the main room and live on YouTube. Okay. So I'm going to share this. Pay attention. If you have a chance to take notes, that's going to be really good. Let me send a message. Remember to take notes on the vocabulary and bring to the main room. All right. So let me share and let's have fun. Can you see? Everybody's seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Very good. So
Do the Real Thing, written by Scott Young, May 2020. Success largely boils down to a simple distinction. It's glaringly obvious once you see it, but it's also easy to find ingenious ways of ignoring it. Do the real thing and stop doing fake alternatives. Consider one person who wrote to me saying she turned down a job working in French. She didn't feel her French was good enough yet, so instead, she planned to listen to podcasts at home every day until she was ready. You know what would have helped her get good at French? Working at the job in French. Working at a job in the language she wanted to speak was the real thing for her. Listening to podcasts at home to prepare was the fake alternative she chose instead. Or consider another person I spoke to who wanted to get better at writing music. He'd come up with a complex analysis project. He was going to do a deep dive into past hits, figuring out what made them great. In all this complexity, he ignored the obvious, real thing he should be doing, writing more songs. When I asked how many he had written so far, he said it was just 3. Business owners who spend more time printing business cards than finding clients. Students who create elaborate, multicolored folders for their classes instead of sitting down and studying. People trying to get in shape who buy fancy workout gear instead of exercising. Pretend activity instead of the real thing. Look, I'm not immune to this tendency. If anything, I succumb to it more often than most. I've spent months dreaming up elaborate projects that precisely avoid doing the real work. Creativity and intelligence can be an enemy here as they allow ever more elaborate rationalizations into doing fake work. Why the real thing matters. The fact that a direct strike on a problem often works better than an oblique attack isn't surprising. But the problem is even more acute than most people would expect. There's an enormous literature about the narrowness of acquired skills. Learn to do X and then switch to doing Y, and you often take huge performance hits even if X and Y are superficially similar. This applies most obviously to formal education. In countless studies, students are found to not be able to perform on tasks that their classes should have prepared them for. Studying economics and then not being able to do better on questions of economic reasoning. Taking one psychology class and not having it help when taking a later one. Physics students failing to solve problems that differ slightly from those taught in class. But the truth is probably deeper than just a failure of our education system. One researcher I spoke with mentioned how this applies to even very basic skills. With practice, for instance, you can get better at discriminating vertical lines from each other. But switch the test to horizontal lines and the benefit of training goes away. This specificity of training means fake alternatives often accomplish a lot less than you naively expect. The strategy for success looks obvious. When you examine case studies of people who have had major accomplishments, you expect there to be some trick or shortcut, some amazing technique they used that others weren't clever enough to recognize. More often, however, their strategy is dead simple, doing the real thing. Tristan de Montebello went from near zero experience speaking to a finalist for the World Championship of Public Speaking in 7 months. How? By getting on stage and speaking constantly, sometimes as often as twice in a day. I found many other examples when researching my book. Eric Barone, who went on to sell millions of copies of his game, overcame his struggles at creating art by making and remaking the assets of art for his game dozens of times. That Jaswal was struggling to land work as a new architect until he committed himself to mastering the software and style practiced at actual firms. Countless polyglots show that being able to speak a language depends critically on spending a lot of time speaking it. Playing with apps alone doesn't count. Why then, if the way forward is so straight, do we insist on taking detours? The real thing is hard. Real things require real difficulty. Fake stuff never does. This doesn't mean fake work is effortless. Instead, pretend activity always has just enough difficulty to allow you to trick yourself into thinking you're doing something that matters. But conveniently, it avoids any of the truly difficult things the real situation would create. Consider the examples above. My friend's music analysis project is definitely a lot of work. However, it conveniently misses the real frustration and challenge of struggling to write your own songs. It requires effort, but always in a way that feels doable and safe. Listening to a language learning podcast for hours is mildly strenuous. My friend, she can feel like she's doing something, even though it probably won't prepare her for working in French. Real things have risk. They have the possibility of failure. They have frustration. They force you to confront the possibility that maybe you just aren't good enough. Fake activity is great for making yourself feel better, but lousy for actual results. Rules for doing the real thing. I can think of a few guidelines to try to crystallize the attitude I want to encourage here. First, nothing is often better than something. We're trained to think that something is better than nothing, and this is true, but only if it's a real something. Fake somethings not only fail to create progress, they numb you to the possibility of real striving. Fill your days with enough fake activity and you get into situations where you fail to make meaningful progress on any of your goals, but still feel exhausted at the end of the day. Doing nothing, in contrast, is restorative. It fosters the urge to do something rather than draining it away. 2. The hard way is the easy way. The starting point for any new effort should be to ask yourself, how would I do this if doing it well were all that mattered? Difficulty is paradoxical. The hardest things often become the easiest once we're fully committed to them. What's difficult is the commitment, not the action. The word, not the deed. Taking the real thing as your starting point, the deviations you must make to overcome obstacles tend to be minor. Take a fake and convenient substitute as a starting point, and you can often never work back to the original thing that mattered. 3rd, if you're not sure what the real thing is, just ask. Those who have been there before know what the real path is. If you ask them, they can instantly spot the difference between strategies that attack the heart of the problem and fanciful projects that lead nowhere. In case it's unclear what you should be working on, the solution is simple. Ask. Find someone who's been there before. Tell them your plan and ask them if they think it's direct enough. Forums, Quora, LinkedIn, and many other places exist where you can ask the question, so saying you don't know anyone who's done it before is no longer an excuse. A meaningful life depends on doing real things. There's a feeling that goes along with real work, and it's not always positive. It can often have frustration, fear, or the sense that maybe you've bit off a little bit more than you can chew. But doing the real thing matters. Days wasted on fake activity may keep you busy, but they never seem to go anywhere. A life spent on real work may not always end up being the easiest or most entertaining, but it's the one that adds up in the end. Thanks for listening to this episode. More episodes like this can be found by searching for Scott H. Young.
Very good. Maybe for most of you, it's the first time ever in your life that you are reading and listening to something in English from the scratch, from the beginning to the end. Is that true? Is it the first time ever in your life that you read something in English? No, for Cheyenne. Jack? No. Claudia, no? Yes? Is it the first time, Claudia, that you read something in English?
No, I participate more in TNT, but this test to me it is hard. No, yeah, totally hard.
No problem. We're gonna solve this together. So, Marcelo, is it the first time that you read something in English or listened, or you're muted? You're muted.
Are you listening? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I read something before.
Great. Very good. So a lot of new words, I guess, right? So here's the thing. I'm going to share again the screen because we have some questions and they are like pretty following the script. So I want you to answer for me. What is the real thing the author is mentioning? And I want an answer from all of you. All of you, I want to answer me. What is the real thing the author is mentioning? And if you didn't understand, no problem. Just guess, try to think, be creative, say something, or just say, I don't know what the real thing is, but what I imagine is that. Okay, so who can start answering this first question?
I can listen to the first question. You can repeat, please.
Yes, what is the real thing? Sorry, what is the real thing the author is mentioning in the text?
Oh, I can answer first.
Yeah, please.
I don't know if I understand very well, but for me, this is a complicated. The author saw about the to do thing have thing to what you want to do. I is sometimes you don't will do to chronograma. I don't know to say this in English.
Schedule.
Get you. You don't you will get follow your get you, but you do what you want to do. Is the real thing, is not to fake things for the other people's for to do this. You understand me?
Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, I don't like to reading and listening together because I don't to do both together is very well. Sometimes I'm reading, sometimes I'm listening. It's difficult.
Very good, but you did great. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Okay.
Marcelo, and you, what is the real thing that author is mentioning? What did you get from this?
I guess that in our everyday decisions that we have, daily, sometimes we focus on the wrong things. Sometimes we focus on the fake things, the real things are very hard, Sometimes we just want easy things to do, and then we see some fake things that seems to be easier, and we try to do those things, but we never accomplish what we're supposed to accomplish. You know what I mean? So that's what I got from the text. You know what I mean? So we have to stop taking a look at fake things and start doing the real things. Something like that. I don't know.
Very good one. Very good one. I like it. Really good. Really good answer.
No, thanks.
Claudia, can you help me with this? I know you're struggling. You're afraid. Maybe you don't know the answer, but let me try to help you. This is the answer of this first question. How can you answer? So let me post again. This is what we have. We have the first question in the chat. It's in here. So, Claudia, what is the real thing that author is mentioning? How can you describe the real thing? What's this real thing? Just give it a try.
I don't know. I don't know if I viajei. Eu não sei se eu viajei na maionese. Maybe I go talk about what it know about nothing about it the test, but I more or less I understood the example. I have a goal, objective, and what I should do to para alcançar, I don't know.
To achieve,
reach, né? The goals, the objectives. I think that.
Very good. That's it. Very good. Just one or another word that you didn't know that you use Portuguese. That's okay. You're doing great. Congratulations. That's it. Okay. Be proud.
And I think it's about the choose the easy path. The easy path to achieve your objectives. Maybe no, it's the better.
Very good answer.
Sometimes the path is hard, but if you follow for this way and achieve os objetivos.
Very good, Claudia. That's it. That's the answer. Very good. You're doing great. You're awesome. Congratulations. Very good answer. And last but not least, Cheyenne, looking at this, how can you answer this first one? Can you
In the first
explain us
place,
this draw and
I have
answer
to
the first
say,
question?
I really enjoy this test. It's really good. And I understood that it's about choose things that are not really important, because we think that if we spend a lot of time doing things, we are learning. But actually, if we could take less time, but doing effective things and things that make us think, and think is hard in a lot of times. So often we try to go to the easiest path, but it's not the thing we should do. We have to do the hard things because you learn more, and frequently we choose the easy path, and it's not the good choice.
Very good. Very good. A very good answer. I love it. All of you, you did it perfect. You nailed it. Okay. Cristiano, welcome. How are you?
Hi, hello.
Hello. Is it your first time?
Yes, with you, it is.
Great. We are doing something different here. We have just read the text and we are talking about the real thing. So I guess it's going to be difficult for you to follow up us at the moment, but you're going to get it. Okay. I'm going to copy and paste the questions for you. So we are going to question number B, the second question. And I'm going to start out with Marcelo now. Marcelo, according to this text, why the real thing matters and what does that mean?
Why? What is the meaning of what?
Why the real thing matters?
Okay, so you wanted the translation of it?
No,
that
no.
we're looking for? No.
No. Why the real thing matters?
Why?
Why the real thing matters and what does matter means?
I think that the real thing matters because it's the real thing. It's not the fake thing. You know, what really matters in life? Fake things? No, the real thing, right? And you would like to know the meaning of matters?
No, I don't want you to know the meaning of the word itself, but
okay.
Why this explanation you gave matters, according to the author.
According to the author, I think that successful people, they always work for the hardest way, you know, the real thing. You know what I mean? I think that most of people nowadays, they try, you know, to be successful by using fake things, and it never happens. Why it never happens? Because they're trying to do the wrong things. And sometimes when we see somebody who's very successful, we think that their path was an easy path, but it's not true. If you talk to somebody who has achieved success, you're going to understand that it's not easy at all. It's very hard, you know. And we have to realize that to be somebody, you know, a successful person, we have to work really, really hard, and we can never give up. You know what I mean? During the path, even though it's very hard to achieve success, we can never stop. We have to go on and go on. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm saying. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing. That's what I understood from the text. I don't know.
Perfect. Cristiano, did you get his answer about the real thing? You're muted.
Yes, I'm looking these images. These images showing everything, because sometimes we are trying, with our eyes we can see something so big and large, but the real thing is small. We are doing almost nothing, and it's not good. And I agree with him, because it's so strange.
Very good. Cheyenne, and you, why the real thing matters?
Because if our brain have to take effort to learn things, so we don't have another choice. We really have to try hard. So if we don't do this, we won't learn properly. So it matters because it's the way we have to learn. So that's it.
So you're when you read this, when you listen, when you were paying attention, you saw yourself about English learning? Did you see yourself in this situation?
Actually, I discovered that I am the person who likes podcasts, because I discovered that I really I feel connect with the people, with the person who is talking to me, and I am struggling to practice writing and reading. I'm doing the posts in. I like to speak and listen, and I have to practice reading and writing, and I have some difficulties. I'm trying to go away from this, and I have to practice.
I'm gonna talk to you later about this. Okay?
Oh, great! I appreciate.
And you, Jacques, why the real thing matters, in your opinion, according to the text?
Yes, I agree with you, Cristiano. Is the real thing is a more abrangente. I don't know to speak
Broader?
in English.
Broader?
Brother. Yes, and for me it's better because you need to show what you do make, and what you want to arrive, and what you need to do for to arrive on the what you can, what you
Your goal.
what you want. Yes, is better. It's important because you need a manter the feet on the floor. the foot on the floor. I don't know if this exists. This is a expression in English. But it's important because you need to show what you do and what you want to do, and you need to do for to arrive in the plan, in the objectives.
Very good. I'm gonna ask the next question to Claudia. Let's see, Claudia. Which strategy the author is talking about, and why is it so obvious? Which strategy and why it's so obvious? Claudia.
Strategy looks.
The question is why this strategy looks so obvious? Hard. I'm gonna ask Cristiano, can you try helping me on this, even though you didn't read? What do you understand about, like, the strategy for success looks obvious? Why is it so obvious?
Maybe it's telling the meaning. The meaning is like learning English is sleeping, something like that. But I'm reading, and I think the strategy for success looks obvious. Uh, because when we think about it, we says, "Oh, it's so easy to do that. It's so easy. I would just study, and I will be fluent in so maybe 3 months or 1 year." But it's not so easy like that, because we need to have a hard work, a very, very hard work. I don't know if this is the answer, but I'm I just don't want to miss the boat here.
Yeah, no, but you did great. You did great. I'm gonna just skip the for the last one. Well, I'm gonna bring people back. No worries. I'm gonna bring people back. So they're gonna be back right now. Okay. So yeah. Sorry to interrupt, and you didn't have the 60 seconds for that. I'm sorry. So yeah, I just wanted to ask, could you answer all of the questions, the 4 questions we had? No? Oh my God.
No.
Very good. So I'm gonna do the following. We have the main room. We have the room number 2, room number 3, and room number 4. I want one volunteer from each group. The main room, room number 2, room number 3, and room number 4. And I want this person to answer briefly all the questions. Briefly, okay? And when I mean briefly, it means not too long. We still have time, we still have 15 minutes, but do not take all the time we have, okay? So let me start with the main room. Who wants to summarize what we discussed and what the text is about? The main room.
I can go.
Please, Cheyenne.
The first one, what's the real thing? It's about don't try to go to the easy path because it won't help us. We have to do the hard things. The second one, the real thing matters because we don't have another choice. Our brain needs to focus and try hard things to learn. So we have to do this. About the strategy, which strategy is the other second? About the fake things, because a lot of times we try to do the fake things because it's easier. So it seems obvious to do this, but it's not, because it's not the easy way to learn. So that's it. And about the rule, I think the first one, doing nothing is often better than something. I think that it's a thing that you have to learn, because we think we are learning, and if we don't think about it, we will continue to do this and we won't learn that we have to do hard things. So I think the first one's really great.
Very good. Very good. Really good. What about number 2? Laiane, Maísa, Mateus, or Wellington? Who wants to bring this up?
Yeah. Okay, guys, for us, the question number 8, that what the real thing the arrow is mentioning, we resume in one phrase. It's like something that will guide you to the result that you want. It's like the real thing that you do to get some result or reach some goal, right? B, why the real thing matters and what does that mean it's matters because it's something that you will really do and you will get a meaningful in your life. It's something that you really want to get a result or goal. That's why it's matter for us do the real thing instead of fake things, right? See which strategy the author is taking about the and why it's so obvious. It's about to do the thing that real important to us. So we really need to know how which the way we will do to get a goal or result in depends if it hard or not, but it's the way that we will get uh, a goal about it, right? And the last question about the rule that we in a group said that we consider most important is the rule number 3. If you're not sure what the real thing is, just ask. And for me, for example, I spend a lot of time doing some tasks in app in studying English, and I thought it was greater way to study it, but I didn't get great results about it. So when I started in TNT speaking, I see how I improved in my English. So yeah, I think sometimes we thought that we know something, but we don't know. So maybe we need to ask someone who really gets a good result about the task you need to do, right?
Very good, very good. Thanks for sharing all the information and really good hearing that from you. So really good. Thank you so much. What about rule number 3? Elineide, Lucas, or Mario, or Renata? Who wants to?
Me.
That's what I like. Me. Very good.
Question number A. What is the real thing that author is mentioned? Things that are truly important to you at the moment. Things that you have to care, effect. Letter B. Why the real thing matters and why does that mean? Because real thing is gonna take you to the place that you have to go. I think it's important to take actions that bring some results. And letter C, the answer is doing the real thing. I'm sorry, I have to read again the question or just the answer?
No, you can just answer.
Okay. Letter D, the hard way is the easiest way. But in this case, the other ones has a different opinion, but we've agreed to include this answer. The hard way is the easiest way. If you are able to do the hard things, the other ones, it will be much easier to finish in a quickly time. I mean.
Okay. And which rule you believe most?
The hard way is the easiest way.
Okay, sorry. Very good, Renee. Really good one. And last group, Elida, Luis, and Marcos. Who wants to?
I got the question, the answers actually. Okay, so the first one, we shorter the answer to do the assertive thing. The second one, we don't must waste our time doing unnecessary things. The third one is obvious and it's not obvious at the same time. To fail and do bad things is just a learning process. And the last one, all the rules are important. Everything that we want is something that we can achieve, so it is possible to achieve it. Be humble, ask for help, do as best as we can, and overcome the obstacles will help you to get more stronger, and the results will have a more huge meaning.
Very good. So, yeah, Christian, if you're leaving, I'm sorry, that's the most important part of the meeting, but no problem. If you need to go, it's going to be live on YouTube. So people, you have answered everything. I asked you to bring the vocabulary. And here's the thing. You don't need to show me the vocabulary. The vocabulary of this text, it's going to be really important for you to learn. You are going to learn this vocabulary. All new vocabulary you have, it's a chance to improve your English. And how you're going to do that? You're going to get this vocabulary. This is going to be homework. I think that's the first homework ever on TNT. So you're going to get the vocabulary, and you are going to write down your thoughts on this text. You're going to write down what you think about the text, and you can follow the questions or not. But you're going to send me directly the text. And you're going to tell me the words you chose, the new vocabulary you chose. So you're going to send me a list of vocabulary and a text. Why is that? I'm going to correct your text. And the best text I'm going to post on our website blog. Okay. So you need to bring me the vocabulary that you chose, that it's new for you. And you need to use this vocabulary on your text, okay? That's obvious, but it needs to be used. It's important. And then you're going to write down a text. And I would say this text needs to be at least 150 words to be really enough to be posted. Okay, so first, vocabulary, new vocabulary. 2, 105 words minimal for a text about the real thing. Is it clear? Clear? I am personally going to correct you. And correcting, it doesn't mean that you are wrong. It just means that I'm going to help you to improve and to show the things you need to develop a little bit better. Okay?
And what is gonna be the deadline about the delivery, Philip?
That's very good. Sunday.
Okay.
I almost forgot. Sunday, this Sunday, next Sunday. Okay? And you're going to send me directly on my Telegram or WhatsApp. Okay? So how do you find it? And here. No Telegram chat. If you need to find me there, you can find me there. But you're going to send me privately on my private message box, okay, on my inbox. All right? Why am I doing this? Because this is the last meeting of the week. It's been like since Monday, we had almost 30 meetings. We had more than 25. And I'm gonna say the last 5 minutes in Portuguese to be really, really clear to all of you. Tivemos 25 encontros na semana. Esse é o último da sexta. Eu vou tentar trazer alguma coisa diferente de alguma forma para a gente brincar com o idioma. Então você pode continuar estudando inglês por vários anos, que é muito importante, ou você pode participar de um desses encontros e começar a praticar aquilo que você está estudando. Não quer dizer que é uma coisa ou outra. A gente está acostumado se é 1 ou é 0, é preto ou é branco, é vermelho ou azul, esquerda ou direita. Não. Dá para você fazer os dois. Dá para você estudar e você praticar. Então, esse exercício vai mostrar para você mesmo se você vai fazer ou se você vai dar mais uma desculpa. É difícil ouvir isso. Mas ou você vai fazer e entregar, ou você vai, porque eu não tenho tempo, porque tal, e tudo bem, não tem problema. Mas tenha clareza de que se você está aqui, você está procurando alguma coisa com o idioma. Aí você vai, you're gonna do the fake thing or you're gonna do the real thing. De novo, esses encontros são todos gratuitos.
Procrastination.
Desde 2016. Tudo de graça. Esse é o encontro 1501. Né? Então, são 1.500 encontros de graça. Tá? E aí, o que acontece? No vocabulário não é para mim, é para você. Para você usar. E esse texto de pelo menos 150 palavras é pelo menos para a gente poder ter pelo menos um texto mínimo para postar no blog. Se você quiser escrever mais, escreva. Se você quiser escrever um livro, eu falo assim, putz, um livro não dá para eu ler, né? Tem um monte de coisa para fazer, não dá para eu ler um livro. Tá? Mas assim, mande no meu Telegram pessoal ou no WhatsApp, para quem está no grupo do WhatsApp.
Phil,
pode perguntar.
Deixa eu ver se eu entendi. É para fazer um outro texto ou é um resumo desse texto que a gente leu agora?
É um texto com o seu entendimento sobre
esse texto.
Sobre esse texto.
Tá, ok.
Tá? Não é um resumo, porque senão você vai só meio que copia e cola ali. Para você dar a sua mensagem, o que você entendeu, your thoughts on this text.
Okay.
Tá? Então você vai trazer as suas impressões. Eu vou corrigir isso em inglês. Tá?
Ok.
Até domingo. Obrigada. E a gente tem um grupo no WhatsApp, que já tem muita gente que está aqui, inclusive. Esse grupo do WhatsApp, a gente está trazendo aulas extras especiais. A gente está trazendo momentos para tirar dúvida. A gente vai trazer mais dicas de inglês. A gente vai trazer exercícios, desafios, coisas como essa que eu montei aqui, a gente vai trazer lá só para quem faz parte do grupo do WhatsApp. Aí, por exemplo, o Marcelo, a primeira vez que ele está vindo aqui, ele vai pensar assim, pô, é de graça, agora o cara vai me vender alguma coisa. Né?
No, I'm not thinking that.
Mas, é exatamente isso que eu vou fazer. Tá? Exatamente isso que eu vou fazer. Por quê? Porque a gente faz isso de graça. São 55 pessoas envolvidas, trabalhando voluntariamente. A gente tem custo com plataforma, organização, tempo. A gente se encontra todo mundo uma vez ao mês. E a gente, além de fazer de graça, a gente tem outras coisas que a gente precisa fazer e a gente precisa ajudar toda a comunidade. Então, esse grupo no WhatsApp é para aquelas pessoas que querem ajudar o projeto a crescer, ao projeto aumentar. A gente sair a gente está com 41 encontros, né, contando os 6 idiomas que a gente traz. Para a gente sair de 41, a gente chegar a 100 encontros por semana. Para a gente chegar a 24 horas, 7 dias na semana. Para a gente chegar, a gente vai precisar de ajuda. Então, esse é um grupo que eu olho com carinho, que são as pessoas que estão ajudando aí aprender a crescer. E a gente vai mudar o valor para R$ 29,90, quando a gente chegar em 100 pessoas dentro do grupo. A gente está em 92 hoje. São 92 pessoas dentro do grupo. Tá? Quem já está no grupo, que entrou lá atrás, pagou R$ 9,90, porque foram os early adopters, são as pessoas que acreditam já desde o começo. Essas pessoas vão ter a oportunidade de renovar depois dos 3 meses que a gente combinou, no valor de R$ 19,90. Tá? Mas a gente vai fechar esse valor. Quando a gente chegar em 100, a gente vai fechar, a gente não vai fazer mais R$19,90, a gente vai fazer R$29,90. Tá? Que é um valor justo pela entrega que a gente está dando. Você não precisa mais agendar TNT, você vai saber quais são os temas. Hoje, inclusive, a gente vai sair daqui, a gente vai direto para o grupo no WhatsApp para continuar essa conversa, para bater um papo sobre esse assunto. E a gente vai continuar fazendo isso. E é lá que a gente vai trazer esse conteúdo. Então, quem quiser garantir as últimas 8 vagas para R$19,90 por mês, a gente vai deixar o link aqui. Obviamente, você paga um mês, se você quiser parar, quando você quiser, pare. Sem nenhum problema. Ok? Essa era a proposta para hoje. I hope you have enjoyed as much as I did. I'm gonna wait for the vocabulary because I'm gonna check if you're using the vocabulary or not. And I'm going to correct your text. So you have 2 options. two options. Excuses, or you're gonna do what you need to do. Only two options, okay? I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Have a great weekend. And we are back tomorrow, actually, with Spanish, English. We have Spanish and English tomorrow on Saturday. And I guess we have something else, German as well.
German.
Yeah. So I hope you can join or attend those meetings. And see you back next week, starting on Monday. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
you,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
weekend.
Have a
Bye-bye.
nice weekend.
E vamos lá para o WhatsApp